There's been a massive shift, an aggressive shift in the Bay Area real estate market. So if you're thinking about relocating here from another area, or if you're just thinking about moving within the Bay Area, you need to watch this video because what happened in March has been a crazy turn of events. And I'm going to give you the March Bay Area real estate market update and what to expect moving forward, what the numbers exactly look like, and what you can expect as a potential buyer or seller. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? My name is Derek, and this is a go-to Bay Area real estate channel. What we've seen have been crazy because as of a couple weeks ago, I was making videos about Bay Area buyers have their choice and inventory has been sitting and things like that. And now looking at all the data out in March, it's been crazy. It's an aggressive turn. What I've been experiencing with my buyers and sellers have been crazy. So after looking at about 10,000 MLS listings, there was about 2,600 properties listed for sale. You want to know how many have been under contract? Out of that, 2,100 are already in contract. Almost 1,900 of those properties went into contract within 30 days. We are back, baby. The Bay Area real estate market slowdown, which you guys have experiencing over the last year and a half, is no more. It's changing. So let's talk about some of these numbers and what it looks like for you. Essentially, 8 out of every 10 homes is going into contract like that. And that's a shift. We were seeing numbers like that, during pandemic times, and Bay Area is pretty much always a really strong market. You have its ups and downs, but the dip isn't as bad as a lot of other places because of essentially Bay Area weather, because of a lot of Bay Area schools, because of a lot of Bay Area salaries and it being a tech hub and all the AI people and everybody coming in right now. So if you are relocating from another state, or if you're a first-time home buyer, or if you're thinking about, for moving down or getting the hell out of the Bay Area, here's what you need to know. If you're a seller, it's a lot better news than what it was before. Buyers, you guys got to jump in. No more waiting. Let's take a look. So in December 2025, the median home price for all the Bay Area was about $915,000. In January, it went up to about $980,000. Now, let's talk about where we are over the last couple of months. In February, it was about 1.1 million, and in March, it's approaching 1.3 million. We're talking about just the last 4.5 months or so. That's a huge jump, which means it's great for sellers. This is the market sellers have been waiting for to justify selling their place. Maybe they got a 3% interest rate, and how do I move out of a 3% interest rate into a 6% interest rate? Well, this jump is crazy in a very short amount of time, and this would make up a lot of difference. Obviously, we don't want you using a lot of your profit from your home, but this is what's driving a lot of these transactions. Not only the increase in value, but the small decrease in interest rates. Price per square foot also jumped up rapidly, obviously because home values have gone up. In December, we were talking about roughly $715 per square foot. As of March, we're talking about $850 per square foot. That's almost a 19% jump in just a few months. Let's talk about days on market because this is a huge indicator. Sellers love this information. Buyers also love this information because they want to know how quickly they got to act, and sellers need to know what to expect. 2 months ago, average days on market was just around 41 days. Then it dropped to 32. The next big jump, it dropped to 23 days. In March, the average days on market is now about 21 days. So what that means for you sellers, if you price it right, if you have a real estate agent that knows how to market, you can go back to where everybody was living the dream in the Bay Area and sell your home potentially inside 2-3 weeks, right? Which is amazing because that means you can get out quicker, you get your money quicker, buyers can get in quicker. So it's amazing for everybody. And for the last several months, last year especially, we were seeing longer days on market. And remember, 35, 40 something days was about the average, which means properties that weren't priced well for a real estate agent that wasn't really good at marketing, you can be on market for 60, 70, 80, 90 days. Now we're talking about under 30, actually close to 20 now. So that is huge for the Bay Area real estate market on the buyers and seller side. What about multiple offers? What is the multiple offer situation? Because back in November, December, January, we weren't really getting multiple offers. There were a few properties I got some multiple offers on, but a lot of the times, again, you were on market for 3-4 weeks and you get an offer, and if it was acceptable, then you would take it. Maybe you get two, some really amazing properties got more, but it was an outlier. And in the Bay Area, we're not used to that. Well, now we're getting back more to that time. So average offers is about just under 3. So just under 3 offers per property is average right now. Buyers, that means you're back to competing, okay? Sellers, if you price it right, you do a good job, you stage it, everything's ready to go, we can get a lot more than 3. So again, it's good news, but it's a very rapid and aggressive change that I don't think a lot of people were expecting, especially because of where the world is and everything going on and uncertainty. And, you still have companies doing mass layoffs. We have obviously the world conflict and what's going on. Inflation is still huge. So there's been a lot of turmoil per se in the world. And usually when times like that are going, we do see pretty slow Bay Area real estate market by Bay Area real estate market standards. I say that to say, if you are a real estate buyer from out of state, you are going to have sticker shock. Okay. You're going to have a culture shock, and what you've been used to, depending on where you're from. And if you're, homegrown in that area, Bay Area is far different than most major markets out there. So if you are relocating and you need somebody by your side to help you navigate through that, and you want somebody to tell you like it is, not necessarily what you want to hear, hey, shameless plug, reach out to me. All my contact information is down below. But yeah, it's a very crazy market. So let's talk about how many homes sell over list price. So the average list to sell price is about 107%, meaning that sellers on average can expect, if you do your job right and price it well, you can expect 7% over list price. Now, I say this with a disclosure, okay? A disclaimer, if you will. Remember at the beginning of the video where we were talking about buyer power and buyer concessions. Because it shifted so rapidly in March, about 44% of those homes still have seller concessions, meaning that the sellers gave a credit or sellers gave something back, okay? Which is still a pretty high ratio, but I would expect that to drop sharply as we get closer to summer and go through our hot market, okay? So again, if you're thinking about waiting on the sidelines and seeing if it's gonna get better, by what I know in the Bay Area real estate market and doing this for over 12 years now, I would not expect it to get better unless something drastic happens, okay? It's probably going to continue along this path of increased selling over list price, increase in average per square foot, and increase in multiple offers, and decrease in seller concessions, okay? So keep that in mind if you are a buyer. It also depends on where you're buying at, okay? If you're in a very high-end luxury, we're talking about like $5 million and above, you're in a completely kind of different area. You still hold a lot of power in your market. In a very high-end luxury market, okay? This is the very competitive market, which I would call like the mid-range. Typically, luxury real estate is classified as $1 million and above. But in the Bay Area, that's, like I said, our average price point. So I wouldn't necessarily call it luxury, just for a simple fact that it's really average for the Bay Area. So I'd say anywhere within that probably 800,000 to about 1.5 is the most competitive real estate market we have here in the Bay Area. Okay, where's the hottest market? So Santa Clara right now, Santa Clara County is the hottest market with over 480 closings. Next on the list is Alameda County with 450 closings. Then we have Contra Costa with 240 closings, Solano County with also 240 closings, San Mateo with about 205 closings, and bringing up the rear is San Francisco County with 90 closings. So let's wrap this up. What does it mean for buyers and sellers? Buyers, this doesn't mean you're getting a shoddy deal, okay? But it is par for the course in the Bay Area real estate market. For the last year, year and a half, even 2 years, we were kind of on this flimsy bridge, okay? Where if you were a buyer, you had essentially unlimited power because things weren't moving as quick. There weren't very many multiple offer situations, okay? And the price, or the median home price, wasn't skyrocketing through the roof because of the uncertainty in the world. Now we're getting more back to what the Bay Area usually does. At least for my 12 years in real estate, this is kind of how it's always been. You have your ups and downs, but this is kind of par for the course, as I mentioned. Okay, so again, it doesn't mean you're getting a shoddy deal. Just because the pricing goes up doesn't mean you can't get concessions with a strong negotiator. You can get some things back. Okay, if you're a seller, this should get your attention. Okay, I know sellers have been sitting on the fence quite some time because the Bay Area market wasn't aggressive enough and you weren't going to get a large amount of money over list price. But where we're at now, with the multiple offer situations, there's a good chance that you would leave your transaction happy. Okay, we can't obviously guarantee things go over list price. We can't guarantee a lot of things, but I'm just giving you the analysis of what over 10,000 MLS listings say. This is your March real estate market update. I suspect that it's going to continue to go up. Okay, so sellers, if you've been on the fence thinking about selling, this is the information that you need. You are looking to buy or sell. I help both sides. All my reviews kind of speak for themselves. Buyers, again, it doesn't mean you can't get a good deal. Sellers, it doesn't mean you can't get a good deal. Okay, you just need the proper person to go to work for you and fight for your best interests. Buyers, if you're relocating from another state and you want a relocation guide, a buyer's guide, best Bay Area cities, best neighborhoods in a certain city, go ahead and reach out to me. I'll happy to provide a resource for you. Sellers, if you want somebody that's going to navigate you through this tricky market without guesswork and help you price it right and fight for you on your behalf, that can get the job done. Again, all my contact information is below. I look forward to putting out another one. We can see exactly where the market's heading, if it's continuing on this trajectory like I suspect. But also let me know what videos you want to see. I'm still going to be putting out all my usual stuff. If you've been following me for a while, thank you so much. If you're new here, thank you so much. Here you can find everything you need to know about Bay Area real estate, Bay Area living. But if there's a specific topic, I can't talk. If there's a specific topic you want me to cover, you want to see, go and put it down in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.